stupid, but I've transcended their universes and come back through another dream from space trips and landed ships down by the river trying to clean up the goddamn water, clean up the streams. I'm going to tell you something, Jimbo. You may think that somebody cannot be your friend if they don't have an enemy. But I may suggest to you that the only friend you'll have is probably one that don't even know what an enemy is. As the Indian didn't even know what a lie was, and didn't even have the word lie in his vocabulary, because no one ever dreamed of lying, because to lie was simply to die. And as the lies of the Romans and the crucifixions and the past have perpetuated themselves into the wars that have always seemed to defeat the truth, and then we leave the shadows of our songs as John Brown's body is laying in his grave and the truth is marching on. It's doubtful that if Hitler came back that anyone would even know about it in anyone's world except his own. It's doubtful that the unaware would be woke up, or that anybody would be raised from the grave of their own ignorance. See, you held to your mother, and your mother held to you, and she made you into the village idiot. She sent you through the schools, and you learned all the rules, but those rules now you have to learn they're not really anything but a bunch of paperwork that was left over from somebody that died trying to prove some silly little thing that really didn't matter anyway, and the ultimate end of the sheep gets sheared, and the wool turns into clothes, and the clothes keep us warm, and the resource from the energy that exists in the sun is what we must save in the world, and in the world of one. One world, one life, one air, one water, one trees. All the ignorance that we have will fade and die in its own way. Open up the dope valves and let the people take all the dope they want. Let them dope themselves on out till there's nothing left of it. Let the people do what they want to do. Take the rules and regulations off of it, and then what you have left is the people that want to live. The people that want to die, let them go. People that want to destroy themselves, let them go ahead and destroy themselves. You're holding on to their lives as if their lives is your lives. You fail to draw the line in your own mind of where your life is. You've got off into where your hate has pulled you off into you need your enemy to hold you up. You need fear and hate and deceit and lies and confusion to deal with, or other you have nothing else to do. You have no peace. If you have peace, you don't have any enemies. You nullify them. You zap them with your rays, and you put your force fields up, and you push them away from you. Leave them alone. Fail to realize they exist, and they'll wither and die on the vine, because they're the ones that need the fear and the hate to hold themselves up. Step out of that circle. Become brand new and start all over. That mentally retarded woman that raised you is smarter than she was when she raised you. And I don't believe she's mentally retarded. I believe she's your father. I believe your father was your mother. And if you got up on the railroad track and got out there up on the road and learned your own life, then when you got to the end of it, you'd have found yourself in Spain somewhere, trying to follow the line of the Moons and the Moors that were defeated long ago. Those thoughts are gone. Those thoughts were set. Abraham, Isaac, and all those people, they're not from Scotland. They're not from Germany. They're from somewhere else, man. They got nothing to do with you. Your cave is your cave. So, I send this tape on. It's just a bunch of junk and a bunch of garbage, but it's just something to say hi. It's something to say that you've wasted a lot of time, man. And it's your time you've wasted. And you can say that to the rest of them people with them big fat guts that run around talking about the Father. They watch the Father die in the jailhouse every day, and it doesn't matter to them. They pile their enemies on top of their friend. And then when their friend dies, then they go around and try again. Now they can't kill this door, they can't shut this motherfucking door. Now what you gonna do, tramp? You're gonna get up on the motherfucking road sooner or later. That's what you're gonna do. If you don't get up on the goddamn road with it, ain't gonna be nothing left of you. Now, little girl's world, you've already lost. Your mother lost that because you were mother's little girl. And all that play act, football, big he-man, tough guy bullshit ain't got nothing to do with reality. The meek will inherit the earth. The kind will survive. Real concern will show through, and honesty you cannot beat. So, move on in that dishonest madness that the money pays to perpetuate. And the insurance companies were all crooks anyway. The government just took it over and became the biggest crook. So we're the biggest crooks if we hold the government. Whatever the government is, it's only a thought in my mind. That's a homeboy, lives down the neighborhood, 2-3 houses down the line. I already got out of Ohio. I run off from West Virginia. I got out of all that. Nobody liked me. Nobody wanted me, which was okay with me. I reflect that. My mother is the planet Earth. Ohio's a Japanese word. And I got a Mickey Mouse watch from the Emperor of Japan on that one. And the Samurai Brotherhood. And the brotherhood of all brotherhoods that ever was a brotherhood. And the real deal of the one that is God. And not in those silly little churches that you people play that 10% to beat somebody out of their tax dollars. The 700 Club where the witch paints her face, gives her daughter's ass the garbage can out the back door, and then talks about how much she loved Jesus out the front door for another $1.25. In the world I live in, if I want the money, I just take it. My money anyway. I invented it. It came from my mind. See? It's all the mind. The mind is all. All is the mind. And you can't get hooked up with the mind until you get hooked up with the truth. And you can't get in the truth until you establish what is in the know. And being in the know is being in the truth. And if you're not in the truth and you're not in the know, then how in the hell are you going to write somebody in a book or a paper and tell them something other than what you've been educated to program your fucking brain to, man? You want to see me, look in the mirror, tramp. But minus all that confusion you got in your mind. Where's your beard at? Where's your beard, man? You got your face shaved like a little girl. There's nothing wrong with little girls. I love little girls. But there ain't no sense in little girls walking around and grown up what's supposed to be men. Jesus. So I sit here and I watch these goddamn elections, and I watch these fucking idiots. Who's going to be the biggest idiot? One guy would sell out his home, Africa, and let the children starve so he could play tennis with a white girl. Then you want to elect him in a position. The most scurvy motherfuckers you put up on the top. And the fucking lying-ass fucking lawyers that do anything for a dollar bill. That's all they live for is that damn money. That money hasn't got anything.